Hello everybody, welcome back. This will be my March rewind. This is where I tell you about things that stuck with me during the month of March. I watched one movie, and that was Hotel Artemis. It had Sterling K. Brown, Jodie Foster, and Brian Tyree Henry, who is Paperboy on the TV show Atlanta. He's also played one of William's cousins on This Is Us. And recently he dressed up and presented an award with Melissa McCarthy at the Oscars. Hotel Artemis was definitely just an action film. It had the fights. And the big fight scene happened at the end of the movie. But it was just fighting. It had some guns. I enjoyed it for what it was, and it did have a little bit of a story that wrapped up kind of nicely and left it a little ambiguous for the characters. For music, there are two songs. The first one is Cardi B and Bruno Mars, Please. I love this song. I play it on repeat. It's definitely 90s R&B, like Jodeci, H-Town, Blackstreet. I just really enjoy the song. I play it as loud as my ears can stand. I really love that song. New Kids on the Block came out with a new song. They usually do come out with a new song or two before their tour kicks off. And this one is Boys in the Band. It has Naughty by Nature. I don't know if Naughty by Nature is... No, not... They were in the video. And Tiffany was singing on it with them. But Boys in the Band is just like a ode to all the boy bands from the beginning to now. I am an OG New Kids on the Block fan. I had the curtains, the bedspreads, the pillowcases, the whole bed set up. I had the dolls. I had all the videos. And I love the cartoon that used to come on back in the day. And MC Hammer had had a cartoon on at the same time. But those are my two songs. For TV, I'm loving The Cool Kids. It comes on Friday nights at 8:30 on Fox. It's got Martin Mull, David Allen Greer, Vicki Lawrence, and Leslie Jordan. They live in a retirement community. They are the funniest people. And I enjoy all of those comedic actors. So it's just a great show. I hope it gets picked up again. And another TV show is called Hannah. It just debuted recently on Amazon. But I'm interested in it because it's reuniting Marielle Enos and Joel Kinnaman. They played the two leads on The Killing that was on AMC and then moved to Netflix for the final season. So I'm very excited about that. Just to see, I just want to see them again on screen, so that's that. I have some makeup. There were two new things that came up that intrigued me. Well, now there's three. ColourPop came out with their Just My Luck. It's all the greens. I've gone through a few of the palettes that I had closest to me, and I have a lot of those greens in there, so it's not something I necessarily need, but it was something I wanted. But I looked, and I have greens that are comparable, and some of those greens I'm not going to wear, so it was a nice thing to actually shop my stash and see that I had those greens in a couple palettes. And especially if you own the full spectrum from Urban Decay, you have several of the greens in there. Different tonals of greens. But I found them in some other Urban Decay items as well. Fresh has a new sugar lip treatment in Mint Rush. Oh, they're $24. But I love mint. I love the Fresh sugar lip treatments. They are moisturizing. They're soothing. They are a very soft consistency. So they are not a pocket lip gloss. But they're great for winter. So that is definitely something I will be looking at when... What's the name of that store? Sephora has their 20% off coupons come out, and pick it up then. And I want to give some mad love to Paula, a beauty guru, made me do it. I never thought to use my eyeliners as a base to hold eyeshadow. So I was finally able to get my beautiful black smoky eye. Thanks to Paula's tip, I applied my Smashbox black eyeliner down. And make sure it's a soft one, not one that tugs. And I applied that, and I covered the lid. And then I went in with a flat shader brush and an actual black eyeshadow, and I filled in all the patchiness, went over the whole thing. Then I took a crease brush, a fluffy brush, and buffed, added a little more just to blend and get a beautiful black smoky eye, which I really love. I am so happy with the look of my black smoky eye. So thank you, Paula, for that tip. We have already had our first tornado sirens of the year, an actual freaking tornado touchdown. Thankfully, no one was hurt. It was, more property damage than anything. It didn't happen here. It happened out farther in another county, maybe. But thankfully, nothing disastrous struck here, and well, it was a disaster for somebody. But, thankfully, no lives were lost, because Alabama they had that huge tornado that they weren't so lucky down there, and there's been all the flooding. But I just felt something was going to happen, because it was cold and then it got too warm too quick. So all that warm air and cold air, that makes a tornado. So they went off. I mean, they were going off for like 10 minutes straight. Then they would come back. It was hailing. It was raining. The sky got really, really dark. I was hanging out in the bathroom, because that's the only room without windows. Because even the basement has windows, but they're below ground windows. But yeah, so thankfully nothing happened here. But one city, their tornado sirens did not go off. The people didn't know, because the sirens are to go off for people who are outside, because if you're inside, usually it'll show up on your TV, and that is not the case. Like, if you have cable, yes, but it did not show up on the TV that has an antenna to it. So I don't know the bees about that. But you can also, well, at least in Michigan, sign up to receive text about weather situations. And apparently it will, even if you are not in Michigan when it happened. So I guess maybe it's a countrywide situation. But they will be able to tell you about weather things when you're on vacation or elsewhere. So that happened. Then I had the flu. Like, it kicked my butt for like 3 days. I was not pleased. I thought I had made it through. But they had told me on the news that there was another round of the flu coming back. I thought I was safe, people. I thought I was safe, and I wasn't. But thankfully, I'm doing better. Although my throat gets a little croaky sometimes. Alright, you guys, so that was my March rewind. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you. And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much. I want you guys to be safe, be well. Peace.